I got to tell y'all about how that boy Franco got exposed by his daddy. So, you know what I mean? I'm at Ultra State Prison with this one once again. I know they like, damn, he always talking about Ultra, because there's so much shit went on at that motherfucker, man. Like, this shit here was crazy. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the dorm with about 16, 17 brothers. You know what I'm saying? And we had just got the structure going in that bitch, getting everybody on one accord. You know what I'm saying? I had got everybody situated, you know what I'm saying, as far as establishing how we were going to move throughout the dorm. Because I had just got moved in there, you know what I'm saying? And I had a little authority, you feel me? So I had to get them guys together. You know what I'm saying? That boy OG Tay used to be on my ass. But, yeah, got them guys together and shit. So, you know, we had them got us a pole box up and running. We storing stuff out, the pole box, making money, you feel me? We making little meals on the weekend, just fellowshipping together with the guys, you know what I'm saying? Everything going smooth, you know what I'm saying? You always gonna have a knucklehead, though. We had a couple of little knuckleheads, but it wasn't nothing we couldn't just tighten them up on, you know what I'm saying? Ass whooping here, a little room restriction there, they'll be all right, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't nothing like that. So, one transfer day, you know what I'm saying? We get a new brother in there. He say his name Franco. He from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So I noticed as soon as he came in, he had some fresh 6-point stars on his neck, on both sides of his neck. So I was like, damn, them bitches look fresh. I say, shit, G, where you just came from? He said, Jackson. I said, oh, you got them tattoos did in Jackson? He like, hell yeah. I was like, okay, cool. For some reason, that shit ain't sit well. You fresh out of Jackson and you got 6-point star fresh ones. You got the Vaseline on them thing. They fresh. They poking out. So I'm like, I ain't paying no attention though. You know, I'm just kicking Major Flavor, you know. You know what I'm saying? Had to run my checks on that boy. You know what I'm saying? Really put him on pause. Because nobody from the streets hit back vouching for this nigga. So I told him, I said, bro, you on pause, bro, till we could verify. I said, shit, you with GD on the street or you just became GD in Jackson? He was like, oh, no, I was on my walk on the street. But shit, I fucked around and got locked up. So shit, I had completed my walk while I was at Jackson. I'm like, okay. I said, you ain't got nobody at Jackson we can get in touch with to verify your membership, bro. So he was like, man, you know, we ain't have no phones and shit in the dorm I was in. So I really, you know what I'm saying? I really ain't got nobody that I can goddamn call, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I figure this shit out. So we just put that boy on hold because we ain't know nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? All we know is he got these big ass 6-point stars on his neck. So shit, boom. I tapped in with the guy around the compound, let him know the situation. So they were like, what's up with him? How he moving? I was like, shit, I really ain't just, he just got in the dorm, you know what I'm saying? I said, shit, but I'm gonna put him up on the 30-day observation just to see what's up with that nigga. So they like, shit, all right, bet. So I put him on observation, you know what I'm saying? 30 days, you know what I mean? Just to check that damn boy out, you know what I'm saying? At first, you know, I always go by the first vibe you give me when I meet you. And for some reason, I got an off vibe from that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I always keep that in mind. Because if I get an off vibe off rip, it going to be some bullshit down the line. It never fails. Y'all remember that too. Initially, when you first meet a person, always remember that first vibe you caught off of. That's important. Anyway, so day going by and shit, and he in there. Just got him doing a little shower duty or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just light shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I hadn't verified him, you know. You know what I'm saying? But he was striving, though, you know what I'm saying? Kicking it with the guy, mingling and shit. So, you know, I thought everything was smooth. And then one day, you know what I'm saying? He out there on the yard. You know what I'm saying? They throwing the football around. He fought around. He can't throw. He flicked it as a motherfucker. He done hit a nigga in the head with the ball. So nigga was like, bro, you better watch where the fuck you throwing that ball, bro. So he was like, shit, my bad, bro. I ain't try to do that shit. So the nigga was like, pussy ass nigga, you better watch your motherfucking self, nigga. So I'm looking at him to see how he gonna react. Dude just called you a whole pussy ass nigga. Let me see how he gonna react. So he was like, Pussy ass nigga. He say, nigga, you gonna have to show me I'm a pussy ass nigga. So nigga was like, shit, let's get it. So all the bros, they came over there and shit. So they like, what going on? What going on? I was like, shit, nigga just disrespect that little bro. He told bro, shit, what's up? So I was like, shit, I guess they finna get it on now. Y'all nigga play security, watch out for the police. At this time, wasn't no police out there monitoring the walk. They all was in the control booths and shit. So we made a little circle and shit, and they got in there. Shit, as soon as they squared up and shit, buddy tried to swing on little bro. Little bro threw some dirt in his face. Woo, I ain't even see him pick up no dirt. This nigga done hit a nigga with an old chain gang move. He threw some dirt in that boy face. Got on that boy ass. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm like, okay, shit, ain't no rules in this shit. You know what I'm saying? He got off on buddy or whatever. You know, dude respected it though. He shook his hand afterward. He was like, shit, cause he was a little older. You know what I'm saying? Dude might have been about 38, 37, something like that. But he was like, that respect, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You did that. They shot a good one. Even after the dirt got out of, you know what I'm saying, in eyes, he covered up and shit. He took a few licks, but he shook back. And they rumbled a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't just go out bad. Nah, it just shit. Dude caught him on guard with the dirt. You know what I'm saying? So everything was smooth. We leave out the yard and shit. So I'm like, okay, this nigga will fight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that good. At least he ain't no nigga that just gonna go for anything. So shit, you know what I mean? The bros start embracing him a little more, like shit, boy, you handled your business, boy, you did that. So, you know what I mean? The next store they came, but it went to the store, you know what I'm saying? They had done sent his funds from Jackson. So shit, he was able to go to the store and he pulled up at the po box. He donated some money, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. So shit, you know, the guys had been checking in with me, you know what I'm saying, and asking for updates on him. I said, shit, so far so good, bro. I don't see nothing crazy going on with him. He all right from what I see, you know what I'm saying? So they like, all right, how many more days he got on his observation? I said, shit, he got about 2 more weeks, bro. You know what I'm saying? So they like, all right, let her know what's up with him. So boom. One day I'm sitting in my room and shit, and the nigga Franco bumpmate pull up on me. He was like, hey, bro, what's up with your brother? I was like, what you talking about? He was like, bro, I don't know how long this nigga gonna be in the room with me. I say, why you say that? He say, bro, he love to play gay jokes and gay games and shit, bro. I'm like, what you mean? He was like, he ain't just tried me no tight well, nothing like that. It just, he like to joke around on the gay shit, bro. I don't be with that shit, bro. So I was like, hey, man, I'm gonna check your temperature, man. I'm gonna holler at him. So shit, boom, I pull up on him. I'm like, hey, bro, let me holler at you. So he pull up. I'm like, hey, bro, what you and your roommate got going on? He was like, nothing, shit, what you talking about? I was like, shit, your roommate pulled up on me talking about you be playing gay games and gay jokes and shit like that. I say, bro, real G don't play like that, bro. We don't do all that. He say, man, I just be talking shit, bro. I don't be mean and no harm, bro. You know I'm from the city, shout. Goddamn, nigga just goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Nigga just talking shit. So I'm like, all right, bro. I said, I don't want to have to hear that shit no more, bro, because we don't rock out like that. I say, that's something you can nip that in the bud. Dude feel uncomfortable with you playing with him like that. And like I say, furthermore, gangsters ain't got no business playing like we don't. So, boom. I'm like, all right, here come the fuckery. You know what I'm saying? Anytime them nigga play them games like that, it be some bullshit. So, boom. About another week and a half, 2 weeks go by and shit. You know what I'm saying? We having a meeting of the minds and shit. We just kicking shit, you know what I'm saying? The bro, know what I mean? Talking about a little business or whatever. You know what I mean? And we had Buddy standing out the door holding security, you know what I'm saying? Only thing I told him, I was like, look, bro, don't let nobody knock on their TV room door, bro. This shit, you know what I'm saying? They gonna have to hold on. We got this bitch for a minute. Nigga don't say nothing when the Bloods come in here and hold they meetings, the Crips, the Muslim. Nigga ain't finna say nothing up, bro. Just so shit, tell them niggas who trying to come in here, they gonna have to wait. So we like, alright, bet. So we in there kicking shit on some G shit, you know what I'm saying? And that thing, you know, we see 2 niggas walk up to the TV room. I can't hear what they saying, but they talking that boy Franco. So it looked like the conversation was getting heated. Then that thing, you know, one of the niggas that just swung on Franco and they went to jumping on Franco. So I bust up out that bitch. I done snapped one of them little niggas and threw him to the, it's a window right there. I done threw that boy ass to the window. Brrr, brrr. I'm like, what the fuck y'all niggas got going on? They were like, shit, nigga, we trying to get in here and wipe motherfucking TV, nigga. I'm like, man, don't y'all see some gangsters in this bitch? They were like, man, shit, y'all nigga don't hold up no TV room. That thing, you know, before I can even say y'all chill or anything, my bros was on them nigga ass. Beat them boys all the way to the salad pole. Cause that disrespect, nigga, I ain't never seen y'all nigga come to this bitch. We need blood niggas in here. We need Crip niggas in here. We need Muslim niggas in here. Y'all ain't finna try them motherfucking gangster, nigga. I don't know what wrong with y'all, nigga. Beat them boys ass on the door. They get up out of there and shit. My little bros and shit, they keep them niggas shit. Food, tennis shoes, CD player, all that shit. They kept all that shit. Something them boys ass up out that bitch with nothing. They get up out of there and shit. So I tell her, bro, I say, hey, bro, way to hold it down, boy, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? So he like, all right. You know, we finish up our little meeting or whatever, get up out of there. And then shit, one day, the nigga Franco came in my room and shit. He asked me to use the phone. So I was like, shit, yeah, bro, go ahead. Get you about 6 minutes right quick. Go on, hit your folk right quick. I'm finna slide out my room. You good. Just sit right there on the toilet, handle your business. So I go out there. I know I gave him more than 6 minutes because I stayed out the room for a minute. And then I come back to the room and shit. He hand me the phone back. So he leave and shit. I said, bro, you done handled your business? He like, yeah, I'm straight. Couple hours and shit go by. So a text came through my phone. And when I look at the text, it say your little boyfriend been by him looking for you. So I'm like, who the fuck this little boyfriend? Who the fuck texting me? Because I let a couple niggas use my phone, so I don't know who number this is or nothing. So I text back like, what boyfriend? So whoever would text him like, boy, you know what the fuck going on, boy. You know what's up, man. You know that little nigga used to hang with when y'all used to wear them little red bandanas and shit, taking all them pictures and shit in the high, nigga. You know who. So I'm reading the text. I'm like, red bandana? Boyfriend? Who the fuck this is? So I go to the last nigga who used my phone. I was like, hey, bro, your number, your people from a number, such. He was like, yeah, that my daddy. He done hit back. I said, yeah, but the shit he done hit back with, bro, this shit don't look too good. So I called all the bros. I say, nigga, go in my room, nigga. So he started backing up. Like, what, bro? Hold on, bro. What going on? Before he could get out of arm reach, I snatched him. Boom. I pushed him in my room. I was like, bitch, you come out that room, bitch, you gonna get beat to sleep. I stand by the door and wait on all the bros to pull up. So all the bros pull up except for about 2. I was like, hey, go get them nigga. They for everybody. So they go get the other 2 bros and shit. Come to find out, they was in the same room. They was in that bitch sleep though. You know what I'm saying? So they woke them up, got them right. So about 10 minutes later, everybody in the room closed the door secured. So they were like, what's up, G? What going on? I said, man, we got some crazy shit going on. So they were like, what's up? I say, this new nigga, him, man, his daddy done text the phone back time, some his little boyfriend and red bandanas and shit like that. So he was like, oh, man, my daddy be tripping, man. That nigga really be hating on me. I said, bro, out of all the shit he could say, why would he say some shit like that, though? So he was like, man, that shit ain't nothing. I said, what's up with this red bandana shit, bro? He was like, oh, nah, bro, that shit wasn't nothing, bro. So I was like, nigga, call your dad on speaker. So I've been handling the phone, but he was looking so shook. I said, matter of fact, I'm going to call him. So I hit the number, put that bitch on speaker. I was like, hey, sir, how you doing? He was like, what going on? Who it is? I said, this the dude who owned the phone, your son used the phone to call you. He was like, yeah, what's up? I say, what's up with these messages you text about his boyfriend and red bandanas and shit? He was like, man, you know that boy Funny Money. Y'all can't tell how he act. Shit, that boy Funny Money, I can't stand him. He say, shit, yeah, he used to run around with some little nigga, you know what I'm saying? They always in the room together and shit. I don't know no nigga over 20 years old want to sleep in the same room, still spend the night with each other and shit, stay up giggling like bitches and shit. He say, this nigga fruity as hell. He say, I'm his dad, I know. He say he was trying to be blood and shit. He used to be with all these red bandanas and shit. I told him one day that shit gonna get him killed. So I'm like, oh yeah, he was trying to be blood. He say, yeah, he was portraying like he was blood, but shit, he say, I'm an old school nigga. I know how that shit go. He say, I ain't no gang banger, but my brothers and shit gang bangers for real. He said, that nigga that fake as hell, man. He said, I'm surprised ain't nobody killed him yet. So I'm like, damn. So he's standing there looking like he done swallowed a lemon. That bitch looking stupid. His daddy just going crazy. So I'm like, shit, all right, sir, that's all I need to know. When I hung up the phone, I slapped him. Bow! So that thing know the other bro went to beat him and shit, beating him. Boom, 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 boom. I said, y'all chill, y'all chill, y'all chill. I said, I knew it was something with your bitch ass. I said, go on, tell the truth, bro. Go on, go on. He was like, man, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. Bro, I was on my little, you know what I'm saying, little shit trying to become blood, but I hadn't went through the flame yet. I hadn't went through the flame, so the shit wasn't official. So I say, shit, why the fuck you got them put, if you know that what you were trying to be when you got the chain gang, why you ain't just gonna line up blood, nigga? So he was like, man, shit, the G was deep as hell, bro. So my bunkmate with G and shit, and he went to explain and shit to me and shit. You know what I'm saying? I slapped him again. Bow! I said, nigga, you know what finna go on. I said, hey man, y'all hold this nigga down. So shit, I heat up some Vaseline. Get that shit. I put that shit in the bulb. You know what I'm saying? The little plastic cup I had. Put a bunch of Vaseline in that bitch and let that bitch go to bubbling. Got that bitch hot. I'm talking about till that bitch got clear like water. Man, listen, I pulled that shit with bubbling. I pulled up on that boy. I said, y'all hold this bitch. So I got the goddamn cup full of the hot Vaseline and I poured it on that boy's neck on them 6-point stars. Them bitches just started deforming. They started deforming. They ain't come off all the way, but when you look at it, it just look like a big fucked up scar. You can't tell what it is. I did that shit to both sides. They were holding that bitch. That bitch was just hollering. Ah. I said, bitch, you know you ain't finna walk around with these 6-point stars on you, nigga. You got me fucked up, nigga. So he hollering and shit. I get him off best I can and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then I got some regular Vaseline after they dried the nigga off and shit. Gave him an old t-shirt. I was like, dry that nigga shit off. Dried him off. And I told him, I said, nigga, get some of this Vaseline right here. So he got shit, put it on his neck and shit. You know what I'm saying? I said, hey, man, we finna take this bitch to the monk closet, nigga. I need 6 minutes, goddamn 3 brother, man. Who wanna volunteer? Everybody goddamn... So I get him in the closet and shit, beat that boy ass up real good. May not that boy ass really wanted to pour him out, but I said, no, they're gonna draw too much heat. See, when they see a couple May nights, they gonna respect it. He just got an ass whoop. But when you pour a bitch out, that what bring the shakedown, the goddamn tat squad, all this shit. So you know me, I'm the brains of this shit. I can't just let that boy ass walk out of here scot-free. Got to leave whoop that bitch ass. So we get through beating him up and shit, goddamn. Got him in the shower and shit. Gave him a change of clothes and shit. It made him stand by the door with all his shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, bro, you better get your motherfucking mind right. Nigga gonna kill you. I say, nigga, don't come back out on my compound no more, nigga. Next time you come out on compound, you better transfer, nigga. So he was like, man, I got to stay in the whole time. I said, yeah, bro, what you want to do? You want to get pulled out. What you want to do? So he was like, man, I'm going to go to the bar, bro. I'm going to go to the bar, bro. So I was like, yeah, man, go on, knock on that one to get them police, get your bitch ass out of here, bro. So shit, he beat on the one and shit, boom, 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 police came, seen the little knots on him and shit. They were like, damn. The officer was like, damn, you got your ass whooped pretty good. Well, go on, grab your shit and come on. So he grabbed the shit, got up out of there. So shit, after he got up out of there, I went back to the room and shit, chopped it up with a couple of the bros. They were like, yeah, man, damn. They were like, man, I ain't think Buddy was on no tight time like that. I'm like, shit, y'all just heard that nigga daddy, bro. I'm like, hell no, man.